It's tutorial time. This is the first of hopefully many tutorial videos to help you make your own version of the high-low temperature blanket. One of the most important parts of planning your temperature blanket is picking out colors and determining how many degrees each color will represent. I live in a place with extreme weather, so the temperature can get down to minus 40 degrees Celsius in the winter and get up as high as 40 degrees Celsius in the summer. So to get the full breadth of that weather, I chose 16 colors to represent 5 degrees each. But you will have to assess what are the lowest and highest temperatures you might see in your region. When you buy the high-low temperature blanket pattern, you will get a spreadsheet that goes with it to help. And on the first page, I have some suggestions for websites that you can go use to assess what is the weather where you live. And this will help you pick out what your color range might be based on your temperature. Let's go to Canada. I'm going to use Montreal as an example, and I just use the international airport. I'm going to use historical data, and I'm going to go to data on a random day, probably today, choose a particular station, and then go to the daily data. And then I'm going to go look at 2021 to see if I can find a record of the highest and the lowest temperature for 2021. I go down to the bottom where I see that month's extreme, and I'm going to go through every month so I can see what the highest and the lowest temperatures that were recorded in Montreal were for 2021. So you have completed step 1 of assessing what temperature range you need for where you live. And once you have that range, you can determine what is the best division of degrees. Is it 5 degrees per color? If you're in Fahrenheit, is it 8 degrees per temperature? Once you get your full range and kind of have an idea of how many colors you want in your blanket, you can determine how many degrees each color should be. I will be putting out a part 2 on how to pick colors for your degree range. If you are interested in the pattern, the link and coupon code are in my bio, and you can get it from Etsy or Ravelry.